Well, just come up. Sorry, apologize for the lateness of this review. Um, Literally just I had work straight up, so no, I ain't got time to be waiting. In the UK they show this shit from like 1 to about 4, which is usually when they show Raw as well. But um, unless I have the next day off work, which I didn't, you ain't gonna see like a rapid fire Raw review from me. But wow, I'm glad I ordered this show. I'm glad I ordered this show. So from the fifth straight year in a row, it was from Los Angeles, Staples Center, and it was a good show. I'm not even gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I was worried to start with, um, mainly because one of the matches I was intrigued about didn't live up to the hype and it opened the show. Um, but the end was worth it. The end made it feel like a pay-per-view that I was watching. Um, so I'll run through the matches, and it was definitely a night for the heels. Actually, thinking about it, it was very much a heel SummerSlam, um, which is different because heels don't normally win. So it's a positive. It's a good thing. So straight off the bat, Ring of Fire match kicked off the show. Surprised this kicked off the show. I must admit, given what happened, I suppose fair enough. It was more a spectacle match. The match looked better than it was because of the fire around the ring and stuff. Um, Bray Wyatt won. Um, Took Kane out again with the steps at the end. Sorry, there's a fucking moth flying around there. Took Bray Wyatt out with the steps. Is what it is really. Sorry, took Kane out with the steps. Sorry, took Kane out with the steps. Is what it is really. We know that Kane is filming his filming that show, that film sequel is in. I didn't watch the first one, which is why I always forget the name of the film. Um, Jacob Goodnight, I know is the role is the role he's reprising. So he knew he was going to get taken out for a couple of months, and they seem to take him with them. So who knows where they're taking Kane? But it looks like by the time Kane arrives back, he will be a heel, as I predicted 2, 3 months ago. Was what it was. Then Cody Rhodes and Damon Sandow had a match. This was a good match. Kind of wish they had longer to tell a story. Cody Rhodes wins, which I kind of called. I called the first one as well. I called Bray Wyatt winning. Predicted show. It was what it was. Told a decent show. I thought it was a good match. Wasn't anything to write home about. This next match, however, surprised the fuck out of me because I enjoyed it more than I thought I was gonna, and that was Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. Um, it was a good match. Um, good match. I suspect that maybe Christian may be retiring now, or we might get one of those speeches tonight on Raw. Um, because they've been doing a lot of video packages about his career and shit. So if he didn't win the match, then you can only think that he's probably thinking about retirement. Um, but yeah, it's a good match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Alberto won. Christian tapped out. Um, it was a good match. And then in just a waste of time segment, Miz and some bitch. I won't really listen to this. Some random bitch. You guys can tell me who the fuck this bitch was. I don't know who she was. And I don't know. Summer Rae and Vandango had a dance or something. I don't know. There's a backstage interview with this bitch that turned into Vandango interrupting and doing some shit. And then later on in the night, he did the same shit again and got his ass knocked out. So I'm guessing they're trying to tell a story between these two. Just turn this heel and get on with it. Fuck. But whatever. Then Natty and the fine ass sponsored actress versus Brie Bella. Crowd were really torturing this match. I didn't think the match was that bad. I thought it was okay. Went for a Divas match. You know Natty can wrestle. You know Natty can go. And Brie's alright. She's kind of getting better in the ring. So yeah, it was what it was. Natty made Brie tap out to the sharpshooter. Next, oh gosh, and if you thought this Fandango segment was a waste of time, Bareback had a fucking segment. I forgot about this motherfucker. He randomly came up to one random idiot. Just rambling on about some sort of cold soup that's supposed to be cold or some shit. Then he randomly had a pot and poured it all over this motherfucker. I don't care about this motherfucker. I just don't care about him. Oh man, WWE, biggest fucking character failures, right? Did a video about this already. I just do not care. You want to see why I call him Bareback? Watch my previous videos. That's all I could say. I hate that motherfucker. And then, in my opinion, this stole match of the night. Just a little bit more than the final match. And that was versus CM Punk. Great match. I was worried when this started because it looked like Brock was turning this into more of a UFC type of fight. But then I noticed that CM Punk seemed to adapt to that. And he seemed to bring out his own shit and make it more of a fight. Like I thought if it turned into a fight, it would be a mismatch because it would just look silly because given the size of the two people. But it didn't. To be honest, I was completely wrong there. I was wrong, by the way, about the Natty match. I just realised in my previous video I said that previously. Anyhow. And I was wrong about the Christian match as well. I thought Christian might actually win because of all these bloody video packages. But yeah, sorry. Going back to this match. It was a great match. I'm not gonna lie, match of the night. For me personally, match of the night. It had everything. They went back and forth all the way. There was a lot of nice spots in this. Lots and lots of nice spots. But essentially ended with basically CM Punk had Brock beat supposedly. I don't remember. Did he have him beat with the go to see? I think it was. And then Heyman came in. Heyman was good in this match. He kept interfering. He did what the manager should. And then eventually Brock got CM Punk F5 him onto a chair. 1, 2, 3. Brock won that match. Called it. Brock should win. So I'm guessing this will continue probably into Night of Champions or something like that. I don't know. It was a very, very, very good match. Very good match. Sometimes styles make fights, and in the two main events, the styles definitely gelled there. So yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Then Ziggler and Caitlyn beat AJ and Big E in the Who Cares match. This was my piss break. I think Ziggler and Caitlyn won. Kind of thought they would. Yeah. So yeah, that was how that happened. Ziggler and Caitlyn won. And then probably a great twist in the sense that we knew something was going to happen in this match. We knew whatever happened, neither Cena or Bryan were leaving the WWE Champion. We're leaving SummerSlam WWE Champion. Let me talk about the match itself. The match was very good. I don't think it was quite Brock CM Punk, but I thought it was very good. I think it was as good as it can be because we know that Cena is hurt. And Cena has to go away for a little while. I think it's like a month break he's taken because of his elbow. Which I have to say his elbow genuinely looks horrible. So he does need to get that shit fixed. Rather than just take some time off. They'll be alright. They'll be alright. Take some time off. Take it all the way to fucking Royal Rumble. Take some time. Give us a break from you. So, Sledge Daddy didn't get his wish. I thought it was ambitious making Cena tap. That was never going to happen. But that running knee thing looked pretty vicious. So it did look good. I'm not complaining too much. So anyway, there were some nice spots in this match. Before I come to that running knee finisher. Bryan put Cena into a STFU, which somehow looked better than when Cena does it. You make fucking sense of that. It looked neater, it looked tidier. But yeah, that looked good. Then Bryan hit Cena with a nice modified superflex from the top rope, which he kind of hooked his leg around the top rope, suplex Cena. But you know how people usually take the effect of a superplex yourself because you're hoisting someone and then you're falling down from that height yourself. But because he hooked his leg over, he kind of suplexed Cena, still hanging onto the top rope. It looked fucking nice. It seems so obvious, but I've never seen personally anyone else do it. I know people are going to randomly say, "Oh, that shit used to happen all the time in the 70s or the 80s." I don't give a fuck. I personally haven't seen it. So, yeah, that looked pretty good, I must admit. But anyway, Bryan won his WWE title. He was celebrating, confetti came down. When confetti came down, I thought, oh, maybe even Orton is not going to show up. Orton's music hit. So I thought, okay, so how are they going to turn Orton heel? So at first, they did it nicely, I must admit. He approached the ring, held the briefcase, as if to say, I've got my eye on you. I'm going to cash it in tonight. I've got my eye on you. Backed up. Bryan started celebrating again. So yeah, then backed up. Bryan was still focused on Orton. Then Triple H turned heel. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought something else was going to happen. Because isn't it supposed to be McMahon versus Triple H at WrestleMania? Who's going against that then? If they're all on the same fucking side, I don't know how that's going to work. But anyway, Triple H hits Bryan with a pedigree. Orton slithers back into the ring, cashes in, pins Bryan. So I'm guessing Orton is a heel. But I think Triple H should be a heel. It makes sense for Triple H to be a heel. He has always been a better heel. We should have known really that Triple H was going to turn heel because usually, whenever somebody turns heel, they always get extra babyface before they turn heel. And then like the night before Raw, it was like talking about people chanting his name and it was all smiley and shit. Something in my head made me think, is this motherfucker going to cost Bryan the title on Sunday? That's exactly what happened. But it was a good finish. It was good. You kind of you showed Bryan, you made Bryan look good in the sense that he beat John Cena. But then you're kind of not giving the crowd exactly what they want yet. You're saying, oh, I'm not giving this to you yet. I believe Bryan eventually will get that WWE title, probably at WrestleMania. Maybe Bryan might win a Royal Rumble, get him even more over. I don't think he could possibly be more over than he is at the moment. But I think that might be where they go with it. Where he probably will get a rematch against Orton beat him. Bryan goes to the back of the line. He says, fuck this, you're going to win Royal Rumble Everybody laughs, telling a story of a little man struggles. He wins at Royal Rumble, goes to WrestleMania, and beats whoever the fuck is WWE Champion. I think that's what they're going to do. I'll be alright with that, because you're still positioning Brian as that top guy. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I like the way they did it. So yeah, it was a good show. Good show. I'd give it a B minus. I thought it was a very good show. There were some good matches. I wish the Cody Rhodes Sandow match had more time. I thought it was good for what it was. Maybe some people might rate it more than I personally did. I thought by the time I started to really enjoy it, it was over. That was my problem with it. The Christian and Alberta match was a surprise to me, because that was a very good match. But definitely the Brock CM Punk match was fantastic. There wasn't really a shit match there. Even the shitty piss break match I heard was good. I didn't see it too tough, but I heard it was good. So it was a good SummerSlam. Good SummerSlam. I'm hoping Raw will be just as good. I'm looking forward to it. Stay tuned for my Raw review, which will probably be tomorrow evening. Oh, I'm just realising that's my mum still. So it could be tomorrow evening-ish, late evening-ish. So stay tuned for that. Take care.